All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 3, Episode 42. 42, the answer to everything.
Mm-hmm. The answer to how Darby will be destroyed.
Yes, hopefully he's destroyed this episode.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird if he went for a full 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'm like, wait. You have 4 episodes for this guy, but what is Dio getting?
And how many episodes are we gonna... Like, if Dio is a 2-parter at this point, I will be a little bit disappointed.
No. Dio's definitely not going to be a 2-parter. It's just the question of, like, will Dio get, like, much more than this guy?
Right.
Yeah, and we're not... You know, we're not trying to sugarcoat it. Yeah, we're not a fan of this guy, but
he does. It's just that he doesn't live up to the expectations, the impossible expectations set by his brother
of having the Darby last name.
Exactly.
It's something that unfortunately, you know, they're trying to go for this whole Joseph Joestar Part 2, less about the stands and more about the mind games thing. But the thing is that the original Darby did it already.
Exactly.
It was way better than this.
So much
and
better.
This one's more focused on the games themselves and trying to get us attached to the mechanics of them.
But Jotaro seems to have a plan here.
Yes, we like the mind games portion of it.
We just want more of it.
We want more of that. Yeah. Exactly. So hopefully they'll cap it off with some good classic Jotaro trying to plan around your plan. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Yes, declare my pitch.
Jotaro took off the hat, so you know he's serious.
Indeed.
Jotaro.
I like how he's mimicking him, trying to see if that, like, you know, has something to do with the conditions for his stand's power.
Oh.
Whoa.
Alright, cool.
Oh.
But what if the person doesn't know the answer? Like, what if Jotaro says that and he's like, I have no idea whether I'm going to do it or not?
Yep. All he has to do is shut his eye and do something random.
Sure.
Or shut his eyes, essentially. Yeah. Well, actually, that's a problem with Jotaro's precision and his perceptiveness, is that he probably would know.
Sure. Yeah.
Could Jotaro give his stand the choice, though?
Maybe.
Because I think a stand has to have the agency of the user, right?
Right.
So...
But if Jotaro doesn't decide till the very last second, he would have to be...
This is...
Wait a minute, yeah.
Yeah. Have I just been not paying attention? But, like, this seems to be the original opening.
No, wait, no. It's...
Oh, it is? It is? Yeah. Okay. No, it's not. But it's just been so long with this one.
It seemed to be like a bit of a blend. No.
Yeah.
No, we were just talking, so we missed the slower, more somber start to it.
Yeah, exactly. Peiji, sono kobushi wo takakikome, end of the world. Sono chi o kyoku.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I think I've seen that before.
Really?
Yes. I think I've seen that in a meme. Whoa! Whoa!
Alright. Cool. But how do you do that?
That's the trick, I guess, right? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So is he talking to himself? Like he's saying in his own mind something else?
Yeah, I don't know.
He is cheating, yes. What? Pop fly, yep. Nice. Okay, this got interesting all of a sudden. Like, what the heck?
No.
Yeah, it has to be yes or no. Okay, okay.
Right.
イカ様じゃ
Ah!
バレなければイカ様じゃないだとよくも抜け抜けと聞いた風なことを
But that's literally what he's doing.
言っているのだ
He's speaking as if he knows better.
外角高め
A straight high to the outside.
Yes, 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 yes ジョタロの魂
Is he being clever with what he's saying?
外角高めストレートというのは
So that he's actually, his intent is a straight high to the outside means something else?
No, I think that's it. He's thinking something. He's saying something, but
Yes, 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 yes 魂の意志は変化していない依然イエスだ本気で投げる気だ来た Yes, 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 yes 意志は依然イエス速球を投げたぞしかし落ちた
ah! Wow!
チェンジ
Dang!
わからないイカ様がわからないジョタロの魂は最後の最後までやっつけてやるぜ
The point! The point!
この学帽を脱いだことが怪しいその学帽を脱いだ時からイカ様を始めたどけ貴様の座席とコントローラーを調べさせてもらう
I love how panicky he is. It's made it a lot more interesting.
わからんがその学帽がイカ様の正体だそうだろう No, 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 no 仕込んだろジョタロ
Yes, yes, yes.
Are you using someone else to cheat?
俺は相手の心が読めるんだ俺はジョタロの心が読めるんだぞしかしなんで読みと違うボールが来るんだ第3 1点ぐらいすぐに逆転してやる俺はゲームの天才だ負けるはずがない俺はゲームの天才だ負けるはずはない精神力だって百戦錬磨の無敵だ入ったホームランジャガーズ5点目5対3
Yeah, I would also start to get a little. Oh, he knows he's
accepted
lost.
defeat. Yeah.
Wow.
しまった
Oh, accidentally. Oh my gosh. So he's reverting back.
呼吸員の
Wow.
意識が戻った気が解放されたということ
Yeah.
目の心が負けを認めたということ
Jotaro is so cool. Yep. Yep. Awesome.
ジョセフのスタンドが
Wait. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
していたのはジョタロではなくお前かジョセフ・ジョースター Yes, 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 yes そうだ
Wow. I was wrong. That's so good.
But he realized too much on his stand, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Well done.
He's Joseph after all.
お前
Yeah.
の考えぐらいすぐによ私の孫じゃもんな
That laugh from Joseph.
くそ後ろかさてと
Oh.
歌教員の魂だって戻しただろうこれで元に戻ったじゃねえか許してね許さねえか心の中を読んでみる
No, 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 no.
の拳で殴るか
Oh!
して殴るか
That's not a yes or no question. Oh, he has to ask.
主に右でやってくる
No, 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 no.
Yes, yes,
Ah!
すかしてオラオラ
Are you really gonna order me?
Yes, oh my god
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. Well done. He didn't get through the full episode. Oh my gosh.
壁か何かをぶち抜くようじゃぞ。あそこから出るぞ。ジョタロウ、歌教員。やれやれだぜ。
やれやれだぜ。
時だと思いますが、10分ほど前、ジョースターたちがこの館へ侵入。
ああ、
さらに
one of the
ダ
lieutenants.
ービーが敗北したことをご報告いたします。中へ入れ。
Vanilla Ice. Oh my gosh, that's actually his name. Yes, I. But wait. Oh yeah. Yes.
失礼。
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
please.
アブドゥルやポルナレフにおいてさえ、このディオを倒すために命をしてもいいと思っている。このディオから逃げることは、自分の人生から逃げることだと思い込んでいるのだな。アビーのやつは忠誠を誓うと言っておきながら、このディオのために死んでもいいという覚悟ができなかった。だからあとほんのちょっとというところで勝利がつかめない。多分あと一人の生き血を吸えば、この馴染まなかったジョナサン・ジョースターの肉
Oh my gosh.
我が物となり、
Wow.
Ah.
アイス、
Wow.
お前の生き血を私にくれるか。
Oh dang. Whoa, what a stand.
お受け取りください。
Oh my god, he killed himself.
Yeah. He's not even making Dio. Wow.
お前ほどの者の生き血は受け取れんな。誰か他のやつので、
Whoa.
の傷は完治させるとするよ。死ぬ必要はない。
Oh my gosh.
私の血で蘇るがいい。
Is he making him a vampire?
I think so.
Oh crap. Okay. This boy just got upgraded.
Uh-huh.
やはり肉体は自分のが一番だな。あっという間に馴染む。
Oh,
奴らは任せたぞ。バニラ。
so he is not a vampire.
Yeah.
Or is he? Whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That stand is terrifying. Oh. What the heck?
開けて出ている。この世界の空間から姿を全く消すスタンドへ。
What?
All right. And the episode's not over.
No.
Awesome.
約束の
That stand. Holy crap.
ポルナレフ、突入する前に一つだけ言っておきたい。私はもしこの館の中でお前が行方不明になったり負傷しても助けないつもりでいる。
Right, the mission comes first.
お前もだ。お前たちとはぐれても
Yeah.
私を助けないと約束しろ。
Okay.
People will die in this mansion.
And the
That's
fact that them two are having this conversation specifically.
Yeah.
全滅してしまうのは避けなくてはならない。
Right.
わかったぜ。
Oh, and the music is actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's epic and sad.
Uh-huh.
来て出てこれたら豪勢な夕飯をおごれよ。
Ah, some gourmet eats.
You and Iggy both. Yes.
All right.
The poses are real.
Yep. Making their way carefully up, you know?
Yep.
Getting that +5 bonus.
マジシャンズレッド。
Let's get burning. Burn it all.
Burn it all.
この炎は生物探知機。
Oh.
人間、動物の呼吸や皮膚呼吸。
Awesome.
動く
Too bad the stand user you're going up against is on another plane of existence.
Oh.
早くも炎に反応だ。左前方に何かいる。
Wow. Iggy. You pro. Oh. Wow.
どうやらこの幻覚をつ
Oh.
Dang. I love it.
Okay, cool.
イギーがやっつけ
Wow, just instant death. He retires without a fight.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa! And we called
right.
there'd be some kind of illusion-based person in here, you know? But they're like, fight with it. Nah. What does the rest read? Oh my gosh. No. Oh my gosh.
一体なんだこいつは。ポルナイフ、イギ、危ない。
Wow. This is what we talked about, reality manipulation. He makes little warp gates and just... That's terrifying.
アブドゥルの炎の探知機に引っかからなかったんだ。おいイギ、お前の鼻にこいつは匂わなかったのか。答えろ。
Oh, he's freaking out.
どこだ、アブドゥル。
コナミ人になって死んだ。
Oh my gosh.
私の口の中はどこに通じているのか自分でも知らぬが暗黒の空間になっている。ガヤはただただ
This is... Yeah. This is... Oh!
一人一人順番に順番にこのバニラアイスの暗黒空気
アブドゥルは
How do they even fight this thing?
Yeah.
嘘をつくな。
We've been
Right.
juked out once before with Abdul
'cause
dying.
The thing is,
So
he says disintegrated, but then he talks about being an extra dimensional space, and like
Yeah.
he had his stand eat him, and the stand eats itself. So
Yeah.
it could be something where once the stand is defeated, Abdul comes back without arms. Without arms, granted, but
yeah. Now here's the thing, though.
Uh-huh.
The arms went to the extra dimensional.
right. So they could
space.
still have the arms; they just wouldn't be attached.
Like Abdul could like solder his arms to itself, and
I don't think that would quite.
No,
work.
it wouldn't work.
But yeah, he could staunch the bleeding. He could do all sorts of things. So he could come back with
the
mechanical
handless monk fortune teller guy
with napalm powers.
With napalm powers, that does sound pretty badass.
Yeah,
but
I mean, technically it's not napalm, but you know.
but like okay, we had
He might be dead.
We had the genius Darby
That was a satisfying conclusion.
defeated
to
with
him.
a silly trick.
Yeah, I
And it
was
was-
about to say, like, is he gonna ask like if someone else is helping you cheat? But then he didn't. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But you caught on to that very well. I was thinking that he could game the intention by having, by having him say two things at once, essentially. But then he was asking him a question about the thing that he was doing,
Right.
and he would have had to respond with, "No, I am not doing that." So,
Right.
yeah. Vanilla Ice. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. I sit back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a hawk daily and nightly. Who ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn out the lights and I'll glow to the extreme. I'll rock a mic like a vandal. Right at the stage and I could wax a chump like a candle. Dance.
This has
Okay.
got to be some kind of record.
Yeah.
3 stand users all in one episode.
And
Not
two of
all
them
resolved,
defeated.
but 2 of them defeated.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And one of them killed themselves, but didn't die when they got killed.
Right. Because that's the thing. Like, maybe it's that stands can't hurt the stand user, you know? Because it's a part of you, right? So anything that it can do, it doesn't affect you. Kind of like Abdul's flames. Like, if they're close to him, he doesn't have to worry about, just burning to death or whatever.
Well, I think that's right. They have an innate resistance probably to it, but I think that Abdul could burn himself to death if he wanted to.
Sure, okay. But like, all right. We got some beyond 5th level spells here. We got disintegrate and we got demi-plane or plane shift or whatever.
Plane shift, yeah. Plane shift by consumption. Like,
yeah.
so it's a weird condition, so
boy.
there's no range power to it, which makes it not completely busted. But we don't know what eating means also either. Because, here's the thing. He took all of Abdul's body and part of the arms in one bite.
Right.
So So it's not like some little hole
Right, it's kind of
necessarily.
like a black hole thing that sort of draws things into it as he goes. But oh boy, wow.
Yeah, and Vanilla Ice, really? Like, I love it. It's just that, like, all the musicians that they've used for stands and stuff thus far have been
Like older
ones,
Yeah.
you know? Like, ones that we would recognize, but not something so recent.
Yeah.
And that's just...
And I suppose
just
that
so
just goes
funny.
to show how, part 3 is a long part, so
yes.
it makes sense that it would be a while, and with the manga and everything, even though it started a while ago, yeah. But wow.
Okay. Also, I gotta say, I love that we called there being some kind of illusion stand user before, but then they have him just be hiding in a wall, and Iggy just swipe dead instantly. Critical hit.
No,
instant death.
retired because they don't kill people in JoJo's.
That's true. I mean, they do kill people, but like most of the stand users get retired. You know?
Well, have any of the good guys ever killed people?
What was Polnareff's? There were yes, the good guys have killed people.
No, yeah.
Someone actually mentioned this in the Discord a while back because we mentioned that the good guys never really kill people, but then they were like 1, 2, 3, 4. There was like 5 or 6 people that they very clearly killed.
Especially Jay Guile. Yeah,
especially Jay Guile. Yeah.
But and watch, I probably actually got that wrong, and they didn't kill Jay Guile or something. But
the point is that we have Darby being defeated by tentacle powers. Tentacle powers are OP.
Yep, and Hermit Purple. Uses. And I love that Joseph was the one to beat him, because it's one of those things where, like, of course Joseph would be on the same wavelength with Jotaro about something like that. It's like, aha, we'll get him with this. And the thing is that if Darby had just kept his cool, he could have just kept asking questions, right?
Right.
Because it wasn't actually a problem with his stand. It's just that he wasn't asking, precision questioning.
Right. Right. The other thing is that this is something that they do a lot in the show, is they'll have them like call out their stand. They'll like speak the name of the stand and it will come forth. But other times the stand will just shift out of them, like Star Platinum, just something just kind of is there.
Right.
I wonder if this is something where, based on like, if the stand isn't being told to do something necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be used. But I would really like to see stuff like this used in the future, where a stand is being utilized and a stand user is looking at them right there, but they can't tell that the stand is being used.
Okay, sure.
Something where stealthy stand usage is done in like plain view. So it's like sleight of hand check, like very kind of high
like
level. Like this, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, there was a computer screen blocking...
Right. And I think that's why why Jotaro took off his hat, because I think that extra little bit was basically the extra blocked line of sight that Joseph needed at the beginning in order to set up Hermit Purple.
Possibly, yeah.
Now, what makes this so great, though, is the fact that everything that Joseph was saying was all... bullshit. That he's manipulating the controller and everything, and he's like, oh no, Nani, oh my god.
Wait, did you say Jotaro or Joseph? Yeah, everything that
Joseph is doing
saying.
all of this, but he's still freaking out about all the stuff that Jotaro is doing,
So I think that there's something where you're right, but it was everything in this episode where he was freaking out that it was like that. But if you look, actually, he wasn't freaking out much in this episode, because it was when Jotaro was like, have you gone deaf, Gramps? He was basically looking him in the eye and being like, like read my mind. You know what I'm thinking. And then Joseph
wasn't
stops.
doing it nearly as much as the previous episode.
Yes, so it was something where...
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe Joseph didn't actually do it, and that should have been the biggest tell of all. Like, really, what Darby should have done is he should have turned to Joseph and been like, do you know how he's cheating? Do you have an idea of how he's cheating? And it's like, yes. It's like,
I do like how it was so silly in that all he needed to do was ask one question and he would have solved the whole thing.
Yeah.
But there were so many iterations of that question that it's like, Darby, come on.
Yeah.
You can just think about this logically. I get that he was freaking out. It's just really, it makes it really comical that this was such a simple solution to how he ended it. And I was trying to think of a way of how he was getting his soul to be conflicted by having him state something in his mind while he verbally speaks something here, when that has nothing to do with the fundamental mechanics of how the stand works, which is, I ask the questions. My question is measured up against how your soul reacts to the question. So it has nothing to do with your agency of what you did. It's just in how I ask the question.
Right. And even the thing of like, because I thought they were going to go, and I think they could have gone with this, but I love how it was way simpler in that he asks them questions and he reads their mind at that specific point in time, right?
Right.
But that doesn't mean he's constantly aware of if they change their mind, because they can be like, I'm telling the truth right now. He just figured it out. Okay, cool. Now I have to change it. And then, oh, wait, now I have to change it again.
But that's what he did
and then it sends
along
them to
the
a state
line.
of random, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
But that's what he did along the lines of as the pitch was being thrown. He's like, are you throwing this? Are you throwing this? And he kept doing it. And he was like, yes.
Right.
So that's the other thing. He didn't ask if the pitch was going to be a thing. Like, he could have changed up the pronouns. He could have said, is the pitch going to be a high straight thing there? Instead of saying, are you going to throw?
Right. And that's one of those things where it's like, if with setups like this, it can be really tough to come up with new powers each time.
Totally.
And how to beat each one each time.
Right.
But it's one of those things where if Darby actually had been using his stand for any amount of time, like, these would have been things that he would have come across, because instead of actually getting good at actually gambling like his brother did, he would just be getting good at making sure he used his stand properly, which would be knowing what questions to ask and things like that.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that it was Joseph the whole time, and he's like, "Oh, whoops, I forgot that there." That was great.
That was pretty good.
And then
I do like how once he's been defeated, he's like, "How about you ask me whether or not I'm going to forgive you?"
Exactly.
And he's like, please.
Has any amount of begging ever convinced me to spare the life of a traitor? You know.
Yes. And throw the runes. And then,
Are you going to softly punch me with your left hand?
No.
You're right. No.
Both of them.
Yes. You're going to Ora Ora me. Yes.
That presentation. The presentation of having this distorted effect of having the colors be all just crazy and stuff was so much to make this interesting. Now, here's the thing I'm questioning. Could they have shown how his stand worked earlier and still built up the mystery about it by having us see the visuals of this without actually knowing exactly what was going on?
Sure, because they didn't have to show the yes. They could just show him watching, and then he asks the question, they answer, and they don't show it after that, you know?
Right, but they show us that overlay of the image.
Right, exactly.
I think that would have built up the mystery of his stand even more, given that his stand doesn't read minds.
Yeah.
It has some kind of perception filter.
Right, because otherwise it just comes across as arbitrary.
Right.
Yeah.
Well done. So little thing there. I think that the fact that they were going for a part 2 mind games type ending, though, should have clued us in that this was Joseph all along.
Yeah, because he's the best at that.
He's the best at that.
Yeah.
And I like also that this is one of the first times that Jotaro and Joseph have worked together.
Yes,
like
that's
they
true.
do not generally work well together,
because they don't need to. Like, Jotaro has Star Platinum.
Yeah,
what else
most
is
OP?
needed?
Just punch everything.
Exactly. Now, we also got Dio this episode. Like the Vanilla Ice thing, that was great. And he was built up properly with his interactions with Dio, and the fact that he actually decapitated himself, and somehow, after being decapitated, managed to, like, hold his body over an urn so that the blood would go in there.
That I totally am cool with. I'm just impressed
JoJo's
that
done weirder stuff.
This guy is so loyal to Dio. He did it.
Villainous virtues
makes him a way more interesting character just right out the gate. But also, Dio respects his followers' devotion and says, with your resolve and the fact that you're such a great man, I'm going to bring you back to life because I don't want to take blood from someone as strong, someone as worthy
someone
as
of
you.
your worth. Yeah.
So then he
right.
brings him back to life, which, by the way, I think is amazing character moment for Dio. Because
sure.
Dio as a villain up until this point has been a prick. Like,
yeah, he's never really valued underlings. Even in the case of what's her face, Enya. Yeah,
Yep.
It was just a thing of like she was helping him unlock stuff about his stand, so he needed her.
Yeah,
but
even then he disposed of her the minute she wasn't really useful. So
Right.
Dio has a very much a merit based kind of
utilitarian.
creepy, yeah, but
right. And showing
extreme
him and like
version of
showing
that.
the thing of like, because when this guy came in, I had a feeling, I was like, are they going to have Dio just kill him, and that's like whatever, I'm angry or whatever, but they didn't do that, right? They still had him die. They still had all that happen, but then he brought him back, and that was great. And then they immediately had him, they had the episode end with Vanilla Ice going and doing something and actually striking a real blow against the Joe Bros. Like, they didn't have him say that and have that whole thing of like, go defeat them, and then have him fall flat on his face, right?
No.
He's
terrifying.
Yep.
This could be like a half TPK right here.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how a swordsman that's fast is going to defeat.
Well,
here's this guy.
Here's why I think we know that it's not going to be a total TPK of this group.
Why?
Because Araki wouldn't disintegrate a dog. That's too painless.
Really?
He needs something more gruesome.
Really?
Yeah. Or at most he would have like half of Iggy get disintegrated so that way the other
he's
half could bleed
dismembered.
out. Yeah, but like Iggy's so small, like he could fit inside the mouth.
All it
in
has
one-
to do is
one
Iggy has to
chomp
be
pretty
fast
easy.
enough that he just misses and gets like this part of his face.
Sure, there we
and
go. Yeah.
Dead dog.
Yep.
I'm gonna call it right now. Iggy's dead. Iggy's dead. Iggy is super dead. Polnareff.
It'll bite off the rest of his little stump
Right.
of a tail.
Right. Polnareff has lived this long. Mm-hmm. I feel like Polnareff is going to die horribly at Dio's hands.
Right. What is to become of Jar Jar Binks? I'm sorry, but
Wow, you equated Polnareff to Jar Jar Binks?
I know, and it's terrible.
Wow.
It's terrible. But
Ruthless.
There's just this corner
So
of my
savage.
mind. There's
Jeez.
this corner of my mind that thinks that basically they have the same sort of guardian angel watching out for them.
Oh,
That
because they're so stupid?
Because they're so stupid and they get themselves into so many situations where they should be dead. Yet they don't. They've lived this long.
So Polnareff is
somehow.
either secretly a Sith Lord or in like one with the Force.
Either that
know?
or Abdul took like the bodyguard, feat, where it's like
He did.
every time. I mean, because
he lied.
now.
He lied. He saved Polnareff. At least he thought he was. So he did exactly what he said he wouldn't do, because he knew he was
that's
going
true.
to die.
Yeah. Right after. Mm-hmm.
And I liked that. The reason why he did that, I think, is because he knew
That he was going to die?
He was going to die because none of them sensed
Right.
this attacker.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I guess I'm dead. Whoever this was had just enough, forethought or whatever to put this written bit here that whoever is unlucky enough to read it at that specific time was dead.
Yeah.
And he chose to, instead of wreathing himself in flames and, immolating everything,
Or just saying, Polnareff, run! Like,
or
that
just
probably
ducking and running,
yeah. Mhm. Wait, no, that wouldn't have worked. I was going to say, what if he closed his eyes? But it was turning around, not looking behind him.
I think it was based on the amount of time.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But let's just give a shout out to Araki for designing a truly terrifying stand.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what are those circular things in D&D with the eyes and the tentacles? Beholders.
Yeah.
This reminds me basically of like the terror of just a beholder. Just this orb thing floating there that is from some beyond whatever. And it's just like, oh, like, I see you, and I'm going to get into melee range with you. You're dead.
Well, no, Beholders actually. It's not
Beholders
about
are worse
range.
than that, I know.
Because shoot laser beams at you.
Blah,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
still.
Ooh. All right.
The equivalent of in JoJo's having a thing that can exist in a non-material plane existence, non-2D, 3D space, whatever area, just come in and go, and you're warped out of existence. Or no, the top half of you is.
Right.
Good luck living now. You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, here's the crazier bit. You can't send a melee stand against this either. You know why? Because the damage from the stand gets transferred to the body. So all he has to do is bite off the top half of Silver Chariot, and there goes
Silver
Polnareff.
Chariot might be okay because
Armor?
it's fast. No.
Oh,
'cause
it's fast. Okay.
And if it avoids the bite, then it could, potentially just circle around.
But something tells me that circle orb is actually a protection.
Yeah, it's like a portal of some kind, and it's like, no, I don't exist in this space still,
Until it bites, basically.
Until it goes out to bite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So they can see it, though.
But they can see it, so that's one of the weird things. It's kind of like in My Hero Academia. It's like if things pass through him, then he wouldn't be able to be seen. So there's little things where the
But maybe we don't
apart.
fully understand what this stand is doing, because right now, all we know is that its mouth leads to some space there.
Right.
But that's not necessarily the entire stand's abilities.
Right, but it is able to eat itself in some sort of Ouroboros thing, so that it goes into the other space. But then, there's sort of like a there's complications that arise when that happens, because then how could its mouth come out to eat something? And
All I'm saying is that this stand is actually busted.
Oh, absolutely.
This stand is one that I'm really surprised. The user. The user is probably the main reason why the stand is probably not taking over the world right now.
And the first thing he did is he jumped into its mouth. He's like, I don't want to be out there. That's a vulnerability. I'll just go inside.
That's a good point.
I'll make sure it swallows me whole. That way I don't lose any limbs or anything, and then I'm good. Oh boy, the fact that it's a focused point, though, that it is a melee contact thing, that is the only reason that there's any hope for the Joe Bros to fix this. But
Run away!
you know who they really actually would need for this?
Kakyoin.
Sure, Kakyoin.
Kakyoin. He can get
Emerald
tentacles.
Splash. Well, and just shooting out ranged attacks against
Ranged
this thing will be
attacks,
amazing.
yeah.
Because once it appears, then it should be vulnerable.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then maybe they can just pepper the stand user
Just kite it.
with damage and kite it. Yeah.
Although it's a spatially warping thing, so I don't know if that will work very well. They kind of
Yeah.
need someone to keep it busy in melee. So have Star Platinum be up close to it,
Tanking
and just
it.
trying to be dodging it and stuff, so that it's still trying to get him. And then oh boy, wow.
Yeah, I think that the only thing right now, because I'm actually thinking that the shield thing is some kind of interdimensional barrier,
Sure,
where attacks against it have zero effect.
Right. It's basically bringing some of that internal plane or whatever to this plane, and it's staying inside that plane until it goes out to make the bite.
So what I think is probably going to be the only reason the only way they can actually defeat Vanilla Ice. I love saying that they need to defeat Vanilla Ice. That just
Vanilla Ice is just too powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the stand user is still a human being, and there's ways that you can manipulate, trick,
you know what'd be-
deceive, and use kind of tactics, strategies against a human being to where they can make a mistake.
You know what would be really cool is if there was actually two sets to the fight.
Okay.
In that the stand user has to survive inside there with anyone else that's been eaten. So maybe Abdul is still in there. He doesn't have his arms anymore, so he's bleeding out or whatever. I don't know. So Abdul is trying to kill the stand user from the inside, and that's the only way actually to defeat the thing is to go inside it and then kill it.
But he doesn't know where the portal leads. The stand user said that.
He could be lying, but yeah.
No, I think he's telling the truth.
Right.
This seems like okay.
Even though he goes inside it.
Okay,
yeah.
but do you get? Are you am I the only one that gets a Wem vibe from this guy?
Oh, totally. I mean, because he also probably killed the first party members, so
yes, yes. But specifically with the vibe of him also being an honorable person.
Yes, that too. Yeah.
So that's why he was so subservient and lawful neutral, lawful evil or whatever to
Dio.
To Dio. Mm-hmm. So he's not gonna lie. I don't think that's why I think it's a contrast also to Darby, who's the trickster, but not the trickster like the older Darby, who is just a cheater. He's I cheat, but I'm gonna tell you how I'm cheating because I can't lose.
Right. Yeah.
So this guy, I think he's gonna be the kind of one that they're going to need to break his will, him as a person or something. Because other than that his stand seems super busted. Or there's going to need to be some
some glaring weakness that
5-on-1 Joe Bros all come together
Sure.
and take him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because otherwise they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm looking forward, though, to Dio's stand also even more, because we've been theorizing how it's some kind of space-time, kind of related
some kind
thing,
of thing
with probably some conditions and all kinds of other stuff going on there as well. But that's literally like one of the only things that could be stronger than this stand.
Because they're breaching that barrier where they're basically saying, we have left the traditional stuff behind.
Yep.
We are in epic level spell territory. 5th and below is not even worth thinking about, right? So,
which means it just builds
how
up
are they
Dio's
going
stand
to
even
one up
more.
this, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be something even more extreme, probably more or less kind of sort of along the same lines.
Right. And, I mean, in a lot of ways, even if you had some kind of space-time manipulation, I don't think you can attack something that's in another dimension.
Right, which is why the dimensional travel aspect is important.
There's
very
a
logic
important
to this. It's very,
Yes, we'll probably get
Wibbly
revealed
wobbly,
to it.
timey-wimey.
But that's the thing. I like that now that the final episode for the younger Darby is over, we realize that the perception that we had about the stand wasn't actualized or realized. What the stand's actual power wasn't realized until the very end.
Right.
And it wasn't exactly mind reading. It was that he can ask questions, and the soul of the person that the stand is focused on will reveal the answer.
Right. It's basically just a lie detector.
It is a lie detector.
That's all it is.
Yeah. But what's cool about that is that means that, like Abdul's stand that is a fire stand, he can generate this omnidirectional thing that tells the direction of people or stand users
Living
or
things.
whatever, living things. That doesn't immediately come to our mind as being under the disposition of fire, right?
Right.
So
The only way you could do that is that basically it's detecting maybe warmth and there is the connotation that's very rarely used in stories of fire being also life.
Yeah, true.
So
I like that, but that's something that's not immediately
it's
obvious.
very it's like the player had to bargain with the DM in order to get that one approved. As something that would be within their stand's purview.
Right. So the enemy stand users having extremely limited but OP abilities, but then having maybe like little tricks they can do within that. That's where I get really excited. If anything, I hope for more of that to come from the Joe Bros, where they have little tricks that go under the subtext of the under the umbrella of whatever their stand does in general.
If they wanted to make it crazy, they could just make it that Jotaro ends up showing up and Star Platinum punches hard enough to punch through dimensional barriers.
I mean, if they just want to show off how OP Star Platinum is, just make it that like the power, the equals, MC squared, just mass times
breaks everything.
Force.
In the first OP, we saw Star Platinum punching through a TV screen. Literally shattering the fourth wall.
Yeah.
He's that powerful. So, I mean,
that's true.
But
also that involves Iggy and Polnareff surviving long enough for them to get there. But there is a time continuity thing brought up in this episode, which I like.
Yep.
Darby is defeated before he goes down to meet them, which means that they are en route probably to where Polnareff and Iggy are.
Yep.
So there could be an episode-ish of them trying to survive this, and then Jotaro and Kakyoin and Joseph all show up near the end of the episode and be like, "Oh, Nani, what is this?" And then they have to figure out how to do it all 5-on-1. That just seems exciting,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say? Because this is really
Yes, it
really
would be
good.
5-on-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iggy's there.
Yeah. We have to count
Abdul's
Iggy.
not. Yeah.
I'm still saying though, like Iggy's gonna die. Iggy's gonna die. Because I feel like I feel like the good guys are going to win.
Right, but it's going to come at a cost.
I feel like at least 2 more people have to die.
Sure.
And
including Abdul?
I
or
feel
not
like
including Abdul?
Not including Abdul.
Okay.
I feel like half the Joe Bros have to die.
Gotcha.
And if I had to choose which ones to die, Polnareff has the saddest way to go of basically not being able to see his justice being meted out.
Well,
and
and imagine,
Iggy is a dog, and we know how Araki likes dogs.
Well, and imagine if, like, okay, let's say the Joe Bros are en route, but they get there a bit late, and all they see is half of Polnareff.
Oh,
Like,
that would be
crawling towards them with one arm. Joestar,
run.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nuts. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, well, actually, that's a good point. No, here's something to say why Iggy should survive.
It's because Dio has to kill the dog.
Dio has to kill the dog, yes. But Araki kills the dogs to showcase how evil the people that kill dogs are.
Right.
And my read on Vanilla Ice is that he's not evil, is that he's dutiful,
honorable.
he's honorable. So he won't kill the dog, he'll disable the dog, if anything.
He'll just spatially come out and be like, yes, I'm keeping you.
Or he'll basically just grab the stand and like crunch it or something. And then, Iggy just has like 4 broken legs, like
Because he already lost a paw.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Iggy's
going to be... Okay, all right.
What?
Now, it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever.
I love how you're doing the GM can I speak symbol
like,
here,
So, between parts, we've had 49 years between each one, I believe. Or 50 or something like that, right? Will we see Iggy in part 4? And could Iggy be this grumpy, like, covered in scars and wounds, but this grumpy little dog that's seen some shit, right? I just have this picture of a super old Iggy. Totally doesn't work because dog ears and all that.
Yeah.
But that being said,
Iggy's gonna die.
Iggy's gonna die.
Iggy's gonna die. Yeah.
But
the one person who I'm actually like really worried about dying is Joseph, because it would make sense. It would make sense.
Hurt.
Like, okay, let's actually throw theories out here.
Okay.
Who do we think's gonna die of the 6? Because technically, Abdul is not dead yet.
Right, because unless we have a head on a spike and a bulletproof glass case.
Well, yes, but he didn't have his head severed.
Right,
he just
exactly.
had his hands severed.
And we've had people get taken out of the fight by stand users before plenty of times, right?
Totally.
Yeah. And if it takes them to another dimension, then how does he know that they're disintegrated, right?
Right.
Right.
I think the real thing is that he is disintegrated on this plane. But in the other one, his molecules reformed or whatever into... Yeah, whatever.
The one that I want to... It's this prediction that I sort of sadistically hope happens, is that I want Joseph...
Jotaro's going to live, right?
Jotaro's going to live,
Jotaro's going to live.
He
has
not
to procreate.
His seed,
he has to procreate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Joseph, I want there to be a point where he dies because he doesn't use the secret technique of running away.
Oh...
Because he can't, there's something else, and normally if it was just him, he would. But
I'm with you on that. I think that the reason why Joseph should die is because he has the most reason to be here. It's his daughter that's life's on the line.
Yep.
So he'll give his life to make sure that Dio gets defeated.
Exactly. Even if that means just using Hermit Purple against Dio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that that's probably what's going to happen. I think that of the kind of the side characters that aren't Iggy, the Kakyo and the Abdul and Polnareff, I think that Polnareff has the most reason to die. I think that Kakyoin, and I've kind of like theorized this a while with him and Abdul, was that if Abdul like came back, and Abdul did, that both of them would get like absolutely obliterated.
Gotcha.
Polnareff, though, I want to see him slowly die. Like, not saying I want to, but I mean, like, I feel like if he dies, it's going to be like, and there goes your arm.
Yeah. Maybe he dies to save
you're still
Iggy.
fighting. That's really cool. And, here's like, a broken back.
Right.
And it's just like, and it's like, wow, you're still fighting. Your stand is still trying to, move on. And then, he would just get, coup de grace. And
now here's the thing. Kakyoin has to survive.
Why does Kakyoin have to survive?
Because he has to go back and see Holly.
No. We're making legitimate theories here. I guess 3 people will die. My guess is that Iggy, Joseph... Wait, no, I guess that's 4 then.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd guess Iggy, Joseph, and Polnareff.
Dang it.
Because Abdul could be dead, and they could do that, and it could be absolutely terrible. But I feel like it would be weird if he died twice in a row.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Abdul should survive, actually.
Okay.
Because I think the fortune teller needs to tell the story.
Yeah, he can be like the...
I think him and Jotaro have the highest likelihood of living.
Okay.
I actually think Polnareff could live now. Because I just thought of an instance where it would be really important for him to live, but he's broken.
Oh,
he'll never fight again.
The girl?
Yes, kind of. With the earring and stuff, yeah. But specifically having him grow old, but eventually be able to have his own family.
Sure.
But the thing is, he'll never be a Jobro. He'll never be able to use his stand again. He'll be broken. So
that could also be one of the ways that his death could, hurt. Too.
I think that Iggy and Kakyoin, however, are going to get just absolutely obliterated.
Oh, yeah?
Like, I think that Polnareff will almost die. That's going to be my thing with him. Is that
because
yeah.
His guardian angel is working overtime.
That's kind of it, actually.
You know.
Just you saying, like, Polnareff is like Jar Jar Binks. He should be gone right now.
He should be gone long
but he's
ago.
not. So let's throw the twist out there that Abdul actually survives, and Abdul actually might be the key for them defeating Vanilla Ice here.
Sure.
Because he's inside the space. Maybe he'll find some way to communicate. Right. Maybe he'll burn fire out through his mouth or something, and who knows, whatever.
Right.
I think that Jotaro has to live because, well...
Yeah, he has not spread his seed.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Joseph has to die. Yeah,
it'll.
He's lived a long time, and it's gonna make us hate Dio even more.
Oh yeah,
but it's gonna make us love so much
that final
when Star
Ora,
Platinum just beats the ever-loving crap out of Dio. Like
it's gonna be pretty.
It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. So yeah, proper episode. Really good stand user introduction.
Yes,
Vanilla Ice as a name is hilarious. But this stand is actually just terrifying.
Hey, that's another way that they're built up, right? The Pillar Men were what they used the direct, music references and stuff.
There have been other music references.
There have been other music references.
A lot, Jacob. We're just not that cultured.
There have been plenty.
Yes. But this is a more mainstream one.
This is a more mainstream one.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's like that just goes to show that we could compare him to Pillar Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, it's awesome stuff. If you want to see the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access where you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.